English learners. So today we are going to read a beautiful poem, Amanda, in class 10th First Flight book. In this poem, you are going to know about the imaginative land of a young teenage girl and the role of parents in our life. So here we go.
The poem is Amanda by Robert Klein. Now, every child, especially a teenager child, feels that he or she is sometimes controlled or instructed by his parents. I'm sure many of you must be feeling the same sometimes, that your freedom has been curtailed. So here, let us all start with the recitation of a beautiful poem, which is quite conversational in tone, wherein Amanda's guardian, the mother, she's constantly nagging and instructing the young teenager girl. Now, what is she guiding her about? Let's see in the very first stanza of the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Now here, the poet is describing the young girl Amanda, who is always pointed out by her mother for making small mistakes. And the poet says that mother is constantly asking Amanda not to bite her nails. That's why the poem starts with the word don't, an instructional word. Further, the mother is asking her to sit in a straight posture so that she is not bending her shoulders. Maybe a young child Amanda who is always, slouching and hunching her shoulders, not sitting straight. That's why, being an elderly person, the mother is trying to make her daughter understand to sit in the right posture. So stop that slouching and sit up straight. In this line, children, you can see letter S has been repeated. So I'm sure you can recognize that this is the use of alliteration, wherein the mother is scolding the daughter and asking her to follow the correct posture. Now you see in the very second stanza, which is given in the bracket, which is the land of imagination for Amanda, because this is something which is going on inside her mind. And what's that? There is a languid emerald sea, where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid, drifting blissfully. Now here we need to focus on one thing, that how Amanda is trying to be a mermaid here. In the land of her imagination, she is feeling that she should be in the deep green sea, where she is the only inhabitant or resident, and enjoying the serene beauty of that green sea. She feels that she is like a mermaid, half body of a fish and half a human being, who is alone there and is relaxing in a very comfortable manner, where there is no nagging, where there is no command, no chaos. And she feels that she wants to be carried away by the current of water, as if she is enjoying as a mermaid a blissful life, a life full of comfort, full of leisure and pleasure. Maybe here, children, that Amanda as a young teenager girl is not aware of the struggles or challenges she will have to face, I would say. She will have to face beneath the ocean. But she feels that life would be better if she becomes a mermaid. Let's move on to the third stanza. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Now here, once again, the mother comes in the picture and she's inquiring about whether Amanda has completed all her homework. I'm sure many of your parents must be doing the same thing. They must be asking you that whether you have done this work, that work, whatever task had been allotted to you. But this is like, freedom taking away, snatching from a young child, as Amanda feels. And then further, mother is asking that whether she has cleaned her room or not. Of course, if your room is not properly done, not cleaned, definitely your elders are going to ask you to do the same, and there is no harm. So the same thing is done by Amanda's mother here. Also, her mother is reminding that she told her to clean her shoes also. But let's see how Amanda is taking those lines here, right? Because again you see the next stanza here is going to be in bracket, which is again the land of imagination for Amanda. And what does she feel here? She feels that I am an orphan. Let's understand this. An orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now here, once again, let's reach the land of Amanda's imagination, where she imagines herself to be an orphan who is roaming freely in the streets. It means there is no one to talk, there is no one to interfere in her life. And she feels that she would have drawn designs on the soft dust with her uncovered and bare feet. Now let's understand one fact here, that maybe Amanda once again is not aware of the brutalities of life, the mysteries of life, the challenges of life. Because an orphan who is not having parents to guide them, an orphan who is not having any elderly person to guide him or her, would hardly understand about the struggles. Children, life is not a bed of roses. But Amanda feels that it's better to accept a tranquil life where there is no nagging, no instruction. So she's so very fed up of these constant, commanding instructions from her mother, that she feels that silence will be golden. It means that silence is going to be very, very precious and crucial thing for her. And she believes that freedom, that element of freedom, it is going to taste very, very sweet. But only when she's alone. Only when there is no instruction. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next stanza here, where once again, the mother is commanding Amanda. And what does she say here? Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Now, what does it mean? Once again, here the mother is not permitting Amanda to eat chocolates, because she's reminding her, it's your teenage, and if you're going to consume a lot of chocolates, so it will result in pimples and acne on your face, which will destroy your beauty. And she's scolding her that whatever I am telling you, whenever I am speaking to you, you have to look very, very straight into my eyes. Why do you start looking here and there? Why do you try to avoid my statements? Why don't you pay attention to what I am saying? Now let's see what at this point Amanda has to say. So here, once again, the imaginative land of Amanda is here before us. I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let you down, my bright hair. Now, again, these lines are given in bracket, which means this is the creative and imaginative land of Amanda, where she feels herself to be Rapunzel. Now, who's Rapunzel? You must have heard this name Rapunzel, which means that she's a fairy tale character with blonde hair, right? Who was captured in a tower by a witch. Now, here basically, Rapunzel had long hair, and what she used to do, she used to take help of those long and strong hair to get down from the tower, right? Now, here, this girl, teenager girl, feels that she is not going to do any of these things. She will remain in the tower to lead a peaceful and tranquil life. She doesn't want to come out of that tower. So she confirms to herself that she will never let her hair down to anyone so that nobody could come to her in the tower. Now, here you see, this is beautiful to note that again and again throughout the poem, use of one word, which is Amanda, the title itself here, we find in the poem, right? So this is very important use of repetition. So here let us see the concluding stanza of the poem. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. What does it mean? The concluding lines are once again by Amanda's mother, who is somewhere warning her not to behave in a very unusual and odd kind of behavior and manner. And she asks her to always, why does she sulk all the time? Why is she always looking so moody? So this is something for which Amanda's mother is blaming her for having such an unstable kind of mood. She's also scolding her that every time when you look so moody, people will think that I'm trying to torture you, I'm trying to harass you. So this kind of reaction when you give, this will not be accepted and appreciated by others. So if she reacts like this, the other people will think it as an emotional torture by mother. So she should stop doing this. So sulking word in the poem itself shows that she is not in a good mood, or she is having that unstable kind of mood. Now the word nagged here refers to harassment. It can be a kind of torture, okay, unpleasant feeling which the girl is not liking. Tranquil, in the second last stanza, the word which was life in a tower is tranquil. Now the meaning of this word here is that she wants to be in a calm and quiet place where she can find out solace. Although she believes that that is quite rare and uncommon to find, but still she wants to live in that tranquility, in peaceful atmosphere. I hope the poem Amanda, composed by Robert Klein, is very, very clear to all of you. So, keep learning, dear children.